Right now I'm loading up the van. I'm starting a 3-day job today, which is mostly going to consist of interview material as well as a masterclass style instructional video. This is primarily a solo job, but my friend Zach, who's the producer, will also be there helping me and making sure things are moving along. I'm providing the camera packages, the lighting packages, as well as the G&E. I'm really excited because I basically just took an entire month off to travel in Japan, so this is my first job back. I'm just gonna vlog and document this job and bring you guys along for the ride. 7:15, I'm about 15 minutes early to my call time. Charleston's not awake yet, so there's plenty of parking, and I found a spot right in front of the location. I'm just gonna go ahead and start getting the cart loaded up. So I think the general lighting plan for today is gonna be, I'm gonna use 1/600X as the key, and then I'm going to kind of edge/hair light with the Amaran F22C boomed up over the subject.
How you doing?
Fresh. Good. I'm already sweaty.
Already?
Still doing the backdrop?
Still doing the backdrop.
Yeah, and you have the stands for that?
Stands for it.
Light, audio, 6x. You might be okay. This is a cool cart hack too that I learned from Kevin Reyes on YouTube. You can get these Gibraltar drum tom mounts. They're super sturdy, super strong. Shout out to Kirk Chambers too. He's also got this on his innovative cart.
Make sure that that's okay. Like, I'm not sure how much space you have in your car.
This is the room we're filming in. Just gonna kind of clean some stuff up. I think the plan is to use this big navy backdrop against that wall back there, kind of shoot into this corner. That's what we did last time, so that's what we're gonna try again today. Well, you know what? Since we're not using a background, let's use that wall.
Yeah.
I love this F22C. It's just so lightweight. It's just really easy to boom. And it's so thin you can put it anywhere. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna kind of boom this overhead the subject and opposite of the key. Use it as like a little hair kicker, just a little nice highlight on the dark side of the face. Sweet. All right, I'm gonna try to move my card in here because that's where I put my client monitor, director's monitor, so I can see both angles at the same time, so Zach can be kind of keeping track of everything. I think I'm gonna go stick it in that corner over there. We've got the small HD Cine 18 here. What's awesome about this is that I have the A cam hooked up wirelessly with the tear deck, and then I have the B cam hard line in with the SDI. The reason I did that is because in between interviews, I'm just gonna pick up the A cam and do some handheld work for some B-roll and slow motion. So I just wanna be cable free for that situation. But what's awesome is that you can do a multi-view on this, so I can see both angles at the same time, make sure everything's okay. All right, I'm feeling pretty good about the setup. Right now we have the 600X through a big softbox going through a 6x6 half grid. And then I just have the Amaran F22C boomed up overhead. That's gonna be like the kicker edge light. Basically, once we establish this look, this will be the look for the entire series of these testimonials. So we just wanna make sure that everything's perfect, that we can come in for the next 2 days and just shuffle our interviewees through as quickly as possible. For the cameras, we have two red Komodos. The first one, the A cam, I've got the 18 to 35 on here. B cam, I've got the 50 to 100, so that'll be a pretty tight angle. Today I'm trying out something new with audio. I'm gonna do my regular setup where I boom my Sennheiser MKE 600, but as a safety, I've got the Video Mic NTG here. It's on this little small rig friction arm with clamp, and then the mic back, I'm gonna attach the Rode Wireless Pro 32-bit float recorder transmitter on the back of this, recording backup audio. What that means is I'm gonna have to use the receiver as the master time code generator. I'll jam all my tentacles and my Zoom F6 with that guy so that all of my devices are running on the same time code. A structure for yourself and maybe existing
that are going on in your life. You cannot just go in one or two times and instantly be fixed.
One thing that's been happening is throughout the interview, clouds are moving across the sky and in front of the sun. So there's been some really drastic changes in level. It's okay. Unless I had more time and more resources, I wouldn't have been able to block this light out anyway. So we're just rolling with it. I closed the blinds to mitigate any kind of hard highlights coming in and creating streaks on the back. That would be cool, and that's a trick that I usually like to do, but it's something that's usually intentional for me, and I don't want something that's variable that's gonna be showing up in and out of the frame, like especially a hard hot spot highlight. Maybe something hopeful. We'll say do the high.
I highly encourage joining.
The information I got from doing the workshop.
It is a tough role, and it is a rewarding one.
So this is how I usually manage my media after a shoot. I've got this Pelican CFast 2.0 case, and inside I've made a clear column and a full column, and I keep the tape on the camera, B-roll, A-roll. I'll keep all that stuff on there until it's double backed, and then I'll take the tape off, and then I'll format the drives the next day.
Thanks, Dries, for everything.
Thank you.
Send me that documentary for real.
I just finished up with the job. I had a really good time. 3 full days of work, which is great. There are a couple things that I learned moving forward with this job that I should probably keep in mind, especially since I think this is going to be a recurring thing. First thing was we were shooting in a room with really large windows, and on 2 of the days it was partly cloudy, and the clouds were moving really quickly, covering the sun and then exposing the sun. This meant that the exposure was changing pretty frequently. Sometimes it would completely kill the contrast in the shot. And there was also a wooden ceiling, so it would bounce kind of like this warmer tone from the ceiling whenever the sun would be exposed. So maybe figuring out a way to control that in the future, like getting some Duvetine and just completely blocking that out. The second thing is that although I really enjoy it and I love the image quality, it is just kind of absolute overkill to be shooting on the red Komodos for this kind of thing. These videos primarily live on their website. They're also used for social media content. The end deliverable is usually a 1080 file. Yeah, shooting in 6K RAW is just insane. Over the course of 3 days, we probably shot a total of 12 interviewees. All said and done, we shot almost 4 terabytes between 2 red Komodos. From a data management standpoint, it's a bit unsustainable to be shooting that much for what the actual deliverable is. I think moving forward for more commercial and high-end productions that they might need, I'll stick to shooting with the red. But with this kind of interview, sit-down content, these testimonials and masterclass content, I'll probably figure out a way to shoot it on probably a Sony system. It'll make it way more manageable from a media standpoint. Overall, learned a lot. I think I'm gonna make a video about how I manage all this media and how I go about making a DaVinci Resolve project from a multicam shoot like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.
That's the content you need.
I am Everyone says this, but I'm not good on camera.